Hello everyone, welcome back to Storytime. Today is Preschool Storytime and we are talking about the letter H. So the first thing we're going to do is our welcome song, which is the same one we've done the last 3 weeks. This is If You're Ready for a Story. Let's go! If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, bounce up and down. If you're ready for a story, bounce up and down. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, bounce up and down. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit so still. Good job. Are you sitting still? That must mean you're ready for a story. So this is Hiccupotamus by Steve Smallman. And we're reading this because both hiccup and hippopotamus start with the letter H. Hiccupotamus. A mouse sat down by a bubbling creek. The creek went bubble and the mouse went squeak. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. A little bird tweeted, "What a great song! And if you don't mind, I'll sing along." "Wait," cried the centipede, "you need a beat." So he tapped out a rhythm with his tappity feet. Tip, tap, a tippy tap, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Monkey heard the music and he cried, "Woo-hoo! That sounds so cool. Can I join too?" Warthog said, "I've got a musical tongue." Then he banged on his belly like a big bass drum. Boom, bada, boom, boom, ooh, ooh, ooh. Tip, tap, a tippy, tappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Then along came a great big crocodile. He listened to the music, and it made him smile. He reached in his pocket and he took out a bone. Then he played on his teeth like a xylophone. Plink, plink, blink, plonk, plinkety-ploo. Boom, bada, boom, boom, ooh, ooh, ooh. Tip, tap, a tippy, tappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. They danced and they played till 4:45. Then they all flopped down in a heap on the floor. "Wow," cried Moose. "Now wasn't that fun? You guys totally rocked. Well done." "Thanks," they cried. "We all helped, it's true. But the person we should thank is me." What? What did the hippo do? The hippo wasn't even in this, right? "Excuse me," Mouse said, "but what did you do?" Monkey was the one who went ooh, ooh, ooh. Centipede tapped his tappity feet, and this little bird went tweet, tweet, tweet. Warthog banged on his musical tongue. It went boom, bada, boom like a big bass drum. Crocodile played plink, plinkety-ploo, and I went squeak, so what did you do? Hippo said, "I've been drinking fizzy wizzy pop. I'm hiccuping bubbles and I just can't stop. Hick, hick, bubble, bubble, hick, hick, pop. Hick, hick, bubble, bubble, hick, hick, pop." The hippo was the bubble bubble in the stream. All right. The next thing we're going to do is a little song you guys might know, so I'm going to get you guys to get up and dance with me. We're going to do a song that starts with the letter H, and it's called The Hokey Pokey. Are you ready? You guys better stand up and do it with me. You ready? Oh. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your head in, you put your head out, you put your head in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Good job! All right. Next we have a finger rhyme. Miss Lauren's gonna catch your breath. Whew. Next we have a finger rhyme, and this is about homes. And homes start with the letter H. So I'm gonna do it once to show you guys, and then we'll do it together. Here is a nest for robin. Here is a hive for bee. Here is a hole for rabbit. And here is a house for me. Can you guys do that with me? Get your cupped hands ready. Here is a nest for robin. Here is a hive for bee. Here is a hole for rabbit. And here is a house for me. All right. Speaking of houses, I've got one more book to share with you guys. This is If I Built a House by Chris Van Dusen. And while we're reading this, I want you guys to think about whether or not you would add these things if you were making a house. Jack, in the backyard, said to his mother, "This house is okay, but it's like any other. It's boxy and boring and basically bland. It's nothing at all like the house I have planned. My house will be different. It can't be the norm. I'll think about traffic flow function and form. Oh, it may include shapes like a tower or dome, but I'll focus on what makes a building a home. It's the rooms on the inside that make it unique. So step through the door and let's take a peek." We'll start with the basics right off the bat. Check out my all-in-one kitchen-o-mat. You don't have to cook and you don't have to clean. It's done by a space-age robotic machine. It makes all the meals and the food is delish. Then it washes and puts away every last dish. That sounds pretty fantastic to me. I bet your parents would love that. The living room's next. It's fun. Come on in. The chairs and the table and sofa all spin. And trampolines lead to a giant ball pit. It's a pretty neat room, you have to admit. Now look in the bathroom. No shower, no tub. Instead, take a ride on my Scrub-a-Dub-Dub. Just step on the belt and it washes you clean, even the places that you've never seen. And here is my bedroom, way up in the sky, on top of a tower 200 feet high. With glass all around, just check out the view. A bed in a tower. Now that's something new. The rooms we walked through just moments before are the kinds that you'll find in any decor. But if I built a house, I'd add a few more. So hop on the slide, it's time to explore. You know how I constantly like to create? Well, this is my art room. Isn't it great? You draw on the wall, don't worry, it's cool. Hung way up high in a big giant spool is a huge roll of paper that hangs to the floor. Just draw till you're done, then pull down some more. That's pretty cool. Next comes my flying room. See how it's tall? It's empty except for a switch on the wall. Then just turn on the switch and you'll float off the ground, then flap like a bird and fly all around. Isn't it nice to be up in the air? A room without gravity, that's pretty rare. This is my racetrack room. Step right inside. It's less like a room and more like a ride. It features a racetrack that loops all around with super fast go-karts that don't make a sound. You fly and you flip and you zip and you zoom. You have to admit, it's a wonderful room. How would you like to have a race car room? A room filled with water. Now that's something new. But if I built a house, that's just what I'd do. This is my fish tank room. Ain't it a sight? Don't worry, they're friendly. The critters won't bite. Just strap on an air mask to swim with the fishes. Now this is a room that every kid wishes. Whoa. Of course I've been saving the best room for last, and literally speaking, this room is a blast! So welcome, sit down, I'll seal up the hatches. This plexiglass playroom completely detaches. You fly it around, why it even has jets. For me, this room is as good as it gets. My house will be nifty, my house will be neat, my house will stand out as the best on the street. Daringly bold, yet exquisitely fine, a must-see example of modern design. My house will be hailed as refreshingly new. If I built a house, that's just what I'd do. The end. Now, I want you guys, when you're done watching Storytime, whenever you have time within today or the next couple days, I want you to take a piece of paper and sit down, or Play-Doh, or cardboard, or blocks. I want you to sit down and think about what you would put in your house. So you can draw it, you can build it, however you want to do it. And then I want you to explain to your adult what rooms are in the house. And I want you to think really creatively what kind of room you would put in a house. Would you put a room, I think maybe a room that's completely made of trampolines would be super fun. Or a room made entirely of cake. That would be really messy, but kind of cool. Or maybe you want trees and plants and flowers that all grow inside like a greenhouse. Would you want a greenhouse in your house? I just want you guys to think about all the different possibilities, and I would love to hear what some of those would be. If your adult wants to comment on this video and tell me what some of your room ideas would be, I think that would be super awesome. I would love to hear your ideas. All right. We're going to do one more song. This is A Hunting We Will Go, and we're going to talk about words that rhyme. A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go. We'll find a cat and give him a hat, and then we'll let him go. A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go. We'll find a mouse and give him a house, and then we'll let him go. A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go. We'll find a bat and give him a mat, and then we'll let him go. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Some of these words start with H. We have a hat, that starts with H. We have a house, and that starts with H. But what about these ones? Bat and mat do not start with H, so why did we use these ones? Well, I'm going to talk about something, it's a holiday, and we often associate bats with this holiday that starts with an H, and it's coming up next week. That is Halloween. So I just want to take a second and talk to you guys about the Halloween program that we have going on this year. Obviously, we are not doing our usual Halloween program. We have all of the kids and parents come in and do all kinds of fun activities in the library. We're not able to do that this year, but we are still doing a Halloween program. So on Monday the 26th, 2020, we will be at Cy Young Park from noon to 5 to do a story walk. So we will have the story Room on the Broom posted around the park, so you can walk around the park and read the story actively as a family, have your kids read it, and this is for all children, and that's from noon to 5, and then at the end of the story, I will be sitting there and giving out treat bags to every child. And then also you can wear your costume to this event. And at the end, when I give you your treat bag, I will take your picture if you want, and we can share those on the Facebook page so that you can have a picture of your family in their costumes for this Halloween season. It will be easily socially distanced. We'll be outside. People will come anytime they want between noon and 5. You can easily distance yourself from other groups and go around and read the story just as your small group. And then I will be in costume, but I will also be safely gloved and masked to give out your goodie bags, and no one else will touch your goodie bags. So it's just a safe way to celebrate the holiday. We want to see you guys. I miss you guys so much, and I would love to see some of your faces there. That is next Monday from noon to 5 at Cy Young Park. If you have any questions, please feel free to message us on Facebook or give us a call, and we'd love to talk to you about it, and we'd love to see you there. All right, so the last thing I have to talk to you guys about before our goodbye song is your craft, and I did remember the craft example this week. This week we are making a house out of the letter H. So what's going to come in your packet, in case you don't get a chance to grab one by the end of today, is going to be green paper, an H brown paper, which we will use to cut out a triangle and make the roof, and then a white scrap of paper, which you can cut into smaller squares for the windows. And I want to challenge you guys, since we are talking about Halloween, if you guys celebrate Halloween, and if you want, I would like to invite you to make your house haunted. So you can make your house just like this, except you can add ghosts and cobwebs and make it all dirty and just creepy and spooky. You could add stickers or draw or cut out shapes, characters, whatever you want to do. But I would encourage you, if you want to make it haunted, that would be even more fun, because haunted and house both start with the letter H. All right, are you ready to do your goodbye song? We're going to do the slow version and then the fast version. Everybody stand up with me. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high, story time's over, so wave goodbye. You think you can beat me? You ready? Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose, reach down low, reach up high, story time's over, so wave goodbye. I went so fast, I knocked off my shoe. All right, I hope to see you guys on Monday at the park from noon to 5, and tune in next week to hear all about the letter I.